During the COVID-19 pandemic, the AstraZeneca vaccine was associated with an increased risk of developing blood clots. The media responded with numerous headlines emphasizing the benefits of vaccines, the large numbers of lives being saved and hospitalizations prevented. At the same time, other headlines highlighted the potential harms, the blood clots, which in a few cases resulted in deaths. This naturally led to confusion regarding the use of that vaccine. Both sides made the same communication mistake. They were not balanced. Balanced information means presenting both sides of the story, the potential benefits and the potential harms, so people can weigh them up to make an informed decision. The Winton Center for Risk and Evidence Communication at the University of Cambridge reacted to this wave of unbalanced information by generating this simple but illuminating graph. This graph shows for every 100,000 people vaccinated, and by different age ranges, the number of people who were prevented from needing intensive care and the number of people who developed blood clots due to the vaccine. These results assisted many people in their decision-making. Some people argue that it's acceptable to mention just the benefits or just the harms when we want to persuade people towards a positive outcome. In some scenarios, this might be appropriate. For example, if there is an urgent need to evacuate an area due to a potential volcanic eruption, persuading people to evacuate as quickly as possible might be the right way to act. But when it comes to complex decisions with time to consider, and mainly when these decisions will impact individuals or communities, people need to be informed, not just persuaded. And a crucial aspect for informing is providing balanced information about the benefits and harms, presented in a way that people can understand to make their own decisions. There are some risks, particularly health risks, where we can quantify the potential benefits and harms. They are probabilities. In these cases, it's essential to communicate these probabilities. For example, in breast screening, out of 200 screened women, 1 life is saved from breast cancer, and 3 women are diagnosed and treated for a cancer that would never have become life-threatening. Now, be alert about false balance. This occurs when benefits and harms are presented like equals, when these magnitudes are known. It wouldn't be acceptable, for example, to simply state that mammograms could either save your life or lead to unnecessary treatment. Unlike health risks, there are risks in other sectors which can't be explained with probabilities, either because it's not possible to quantify them or due to a lack of data. Think of a community deciding whether they accept the construction of a nuclear power plant in their area. Some might love the idea of promoting a cleaner atmosphere, but others could be concerned about accidents and waste. Even in these scenarios, benefits and harms should be presented in the most transparent way possible. It's also important to know from whose perspective this balance is being made. The community, the local government, the private sector, or one country versus another? The pros and cons can vary depending on the perspective. To provide balanced information, remember, understand what decision is being made and identify what needs to be understood to assist with deciding. Be balanced. Present pros and cons, benefits and harms, gains and costs, or however you name these two sides, and add probabilities when available to clarify their magnitude. Avoid false balance. Don't give the impression that these two sides are equals when they aren't. Use visual aids when possible, like the Winton Center did with vaccines. When these benefits and harms are not quantitative, still present all the good and bad things that could happen and integrate the perspective of different points of view, locals, experts, the government. There is no one single way to act, and often the best option isn't obvious. Balanced communication leaves individuals and communities in a better position to make informed decisions.